Yes.
Yeah, now to start. Yeah. So I'll now share the screen for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
you can please carry on.
Yeah, I'll again start from the beginning.
Yeah.
So first we'll discuss about what is the smoke-free status. So the Cigarette and Other Tobacco Products Act came in effect in 2003. It was adopted by Government of India in 2003. And Section 4 of the Act says the smoking of tobacco in public place is completely prohibited and it is penalized under the Act. And along with that, every public place need to display a signage which is informing people about this place is a smoke free and the smoking in this public place is prohibited. Secondly, now what is smoke free status? So now the person is not allowed to smoke in that public place and the signage is displayed. So it means the Section 4 of SPORTPA Act is complied with. Now, if the public place is complying with all the aspects of that act, then that place could be said smoke free if nobody is smoking there, or if anybody is smoking at the public place, they will be penalized on time whenever required. And as well as there is information is in existence that this public place, this is a public place and smoking in this area, this public place is prohibited. I will explain what is a public place. Public place is all the places where public can go without permission. Bus stand, railway station, your government offices, a hotel is also a public place because anybody could go there, although they need a reservation, but special permission for going there is not required. Any shops, because people can go in the shop to buy anything. So these all places are defined as the public place. Now, if any public place is following all these things, the place could be declared as smoke free. Now, what is smoke free city? So if city has, for example, 70 public places, and it is ensured by the administration that all 70 public places are smoke free and there is no violation of the law, all the places have the signages displayed, all the the people are not smoking in the public places openly, which it is not like people don't, but the number is very low, like 1 in 1,000 is found smoking there. So that is a possibility, but still generally the people are not smoking in those places. So if the administration is able to enforce the law in that area, the periphery of that city could be declared smoke free. Similarly, it could be promoted to the district level. If the entire district have compliance of tobacco smoke free law, then the district is also could be declared smoke free. So I hope I'm clear with the smoke free concept. If you have any questions, you can ask or type in the chat box, right, sir? Dr. Rakesh. Hello.
हाँ जी, ठीक है ज्योति जी, चलिए आगे चलिए।
ओके, थैंक यू। अरुण सर, आप नेक्स्ट कंटिन्यू करो। अरुण सर, एक बार स्लाइड नंबर 2 पे ले आएंगे प्लीज।
दो मॉर्निंग और दो इवनिंग, दो मॉर्निंग एक इवनिंग चाहिए सर। मेरा ऑप्शन है देखो पढ़ रहा है।
So I think people, sir, could you please put Seema ji on mute?
ज्योति जी भी म्यूट हो गए हैं डॉक्टर साहब।
Now it is okay. Thank you, sir. So we are on the intervention and responses. So how it all started in Jhunjhunu district. So first I would like to tell you, Jhunjhunu is a very one of like a small district located in Rajasthan bordering.
ज्योति, जब next slide करनी होगी आप बोल देना।
हाँ जी sir. So it is a small district located on the border of Haryana in Rajasthan, and it is land of good educational institutions like BITS Pilani. So Jhunjhunu is a district with the good educational institutions and a very good understanding among the people about various issues. So we SRKPS have been working in Jhunjhunu since 1990. So how it all started? Uh, so I would tell you, Dr. Rakesh Gupta from Rajasthan Cancer Foundation. That time he was working with American Cancer Society. He initiated the process of making a city smoke free, and he came in contact with us, and together with the support from Dr. Rakesh Gupta through his guidance and his support, we did approach the administration with the idea of making Jhunjhunu city a smoke-free city, where there should be a compliance of section 4 of CODPA at all the public places. Administration was also agreeing to this. And I would tell you, this is the time of 2005-2006. At that time, there was no national tobacco control program in existence, no mechanism, no infrastructure for tobacco control in, in the city or in any of the districts in the country. So Dr. Rakesh Gupta initiated the process. He ensured all the interactions, meetings, institutionalizations, community interactive programs, because he was the expert. So he delivered all his expertise to the administration, how to make smoke free, how to make public places smoke free. And when all those people came together, appropriate display of signages was ensured at all the government offices, at all the public places, railway stations, municipality, educational institution, everywhere. And this was a very intensive drive. Everyone followed it. Higher officials at the district level, they ensured the monitoring of this enforcement on regular basis. And at the result of the city, at the result of this action in 2007, 31st May 2007, Jhunjhunu was declared the smoke-free city. It was the first city in India to be declared smoke-free. Next slide, sir. You can see the picture here. So I know the picture quality is low at that time. The cameras were not with the very high resolution. So this is the declaration of Dhumrapan Rahit Jhunjhunu on 31st May 2007. Next, sir. Now, as SRKPS was still present in Jhunjhunu, and the city was declared smoke free in 2007, the organization started working on making the district smoke free, because there are many towns and cities and villages where still a large number of population was living, and still they were exposed to the secondhand smoking at all the public places. So in 2009, the campaign was reinitiated, resumed, and the declaration for the process was started for declaration of smoke-free Jhunjhunu district by ensuring that all the public places are made compliant to the section 4 of the CODPA. At that time, the additional district collector at district level and sub SDMs at the block level were made responsible for ensuring the coordination among all the departments at all levels. The enforcement squads were formed, and every Friday the section 4 drives were organized at district level, at block level, at village level. Everywhere the enforcement squad was going at all places and ensuring that section 4 was complied. At that time, the chalaning was not started because it was very initial stage, and it was thought that the enforcement squad first need to sensitize people on this on the signages and on the law of section 4 of CODPA. And after that, when the sensitization was completed, then the enforcement started to happen. Next, sir. And so, yeah, so the process was, the administration came together, and the as the result of this, the Dhumarpan Mukt Jhunjhunu, the district was created on 31st of May 2012 by the district administration. The person who is handing over the prize is the district collector, then district collector of Jhunjhunu, now a very senior IAS officer in Rajasthan. And it was declared by him, and it was a very appreciated initiative at the district level and at the state level. Jhunjhunu became the first district in Rajasthan to be declared smoke-free. Next. So now, like, how it happened, as I have explained in my previous slide, it was a multi-stakeholder engagement. All the departments came together, administrative officers came together, the senior management, senior officials came together. Media played a very important role. They were always ensuring the regular positive story of this, not criticizing, but publishing the stories to enlighten the people with the knowledge on tobacco control. So that was one of the biggest support during the campaign. Along with the PRIs came together. So everyone took action, and the process resulted in this declaration of the smoke-free Jhunjhunu district. Next. Now, as I have already explained the chronology, 2007, Jhunjhunu was declared the smoke-free city. Then in 2012, it was declared the smoke-free district. The regular chalaning was done, and at like 80% of the public places were found without any smoking. Like, people were not smoking anywhere, and 90% of the, as the compliance study was conducted, 90% of the people displayed the knowledge that they are not allowed to smoke in the public place, where there was a high compliance of uh, Kodpa section 4 in the district. So next. We there was some challenges also, because after the declaration of city, there was a plan to initiate the work for the declaration of the smoke-free Jhunjhunu district. But in 2008-9, there was some administrative challenges where sometimes the officials are not that supportive to uh, your plans. So that was one of the biggest challenge at that time. So in 2008 and 2009, the much actions couldn't be done, but in 2009, the campaign was reinitiated. Next. Now, how this led to the institutionalization. So when Jhunjhunu was declared smoke-free city, after that, National Tobacco Control Program came in existence. And I'm happy to tell that Jhunjhunu was one of the few districts in entire country who were selected under the NTCP district, that is National Tobacco Control Program district, where a special funding for tobacco control was provided for the districts. And a mechanism was established for supporting the district administration for tobacco control in that district by capacity building, by enforcement, and by ensuring the regular chalaning through the enforcement squads. So Jhunjhunu was one of those districts, and with the promotion, with this mechanism, it was able to declare itself as a smoke-free district in 2012. So next. So now the both programs, like two programs were carried out. Firstly, the smoke-free district, and the next was then making of the smoke-free first was smoke-free city and second was smoke-free district. We are happy to inform that it has significantly reduced the second-hand smoking exposure in the public places in the district. It also enhanced the awareness among the people of Jhunjhunu about the ill effects of tobacco, and it also the created an environment for discouraging the initiation of tobacco among the youth and the children. So next. So now the conclusion is that the Jhunjhunu was declared smoke-free district. So Firstly, I want to clarify that if a city, a district, a city or a district is declared smoke-free, that doesn't mean that it will continue the same. The regular monitoring is still required. The regular compliance check is still required. That is it still the same as it was in 2012. So the practice is really good. It could be replicated in every district because it is very effective. It ensures the knowledge building among the community. It ensures the knowledge building among the enforcement officials. It also gives the motivation to the people working in the tobacco control. But there is a recommendation that we all should, the cities who are planning to be declared smoke free should continue the process on regular basis so that the status could be maintained, because if we leave after declaration, it could go back into the in the same status where it was a decade back. There will be no signages displayed because in next 5 years the building will have the new, like, new color, or the building will be shifted to some other public place, is shifted to some other place, so there will be no signage. So we need to ensure the compliance on regular basis, monitoring on the regular basis, enforcement on the regular basis, to ensure that the status is still maintained. There need to be a strong collaboration between the administration, between the National Tobacco Control Program team, between the media, between the CSOs, NGOs working in that area, which is a very crucial. Third, and the last thing is that it is the responsibility of the people who are living there, for the CSOs, for the NGOs, and for the NTCP cell to sensitize the higher officials on the regular basis. Because more sensitized the official, the more will be the enforcement of tobacco control laws in that city, in that district. So next. So these are some references where the work done in Jhunjhunu was mentioned in the study. So it is, you people can access to these documents also to learn more. If there are any questions, please do ask.
So thank you, Ma'am Jyoti, for the wonderful presentation. And since I remained a state nodal officer for almost 7 years, so I know the difficulties she must have faced in declaring first the Jhunjhunu city as smoke free and then expanding it to the district. So kudos to you. So in 2007, the Jhunjhunu city was declared, and that was the first city to be declared as smoke free. But normally people, they know that Chandigarh is the first smoke free, but it is actually the Jhunjhunu city. And then in 2012, the Jhunjhunu district was declared, and it really requires multi-stakeholder involvement, and the collaboration has to be with the media, with the administration, with the CSO, with academia, with all the departments, actually, all the departments of the stakeholders. So thank you, and I mean, she deserves an applause. So thank you. So Arunji, your comments on our presentation.
Doctor, Jyoti ji, I have one question, because I have picked up that question from your own, statement, or from your own presentation going on, that yeah, this district was declared way back in 2012, which is now 12 years past that point, and you have yourself said that what is the status. So I would like to, have 2-3 questions to you, which are interlinked. Has any survey been done of late about the status of the smoke-free district or the smoke-free city? That is my question number 1. And my question number 2 is, because when you are doing a work, because there were a lot of efforts from your organization or institution, and the present bureaucrats or the present officers working there, since they were connected, and it was a milestone achievement, everybody was cooperating, and you were in regular check, in touch with them, and there was lots of enthusiasm to achieve something, and to present that something has been done in the district by the district administration as well as the NGO or the civil society organization. As we know that the tenure of the officer is 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years, they keep on moving. So those officers who have been replaced and new officers have come, are they were equally enthusiastic to maintain that status? So these are the questions which come into my mind.
So, Jyoti ji, before
Yes.
answering the question, we'll ask everybody to keep their videos on so that we can have a snapshot. And after that, we'll continue.
Yes.
Please open your videos. All Jamuna, Anita, Jensen, Anjali, Tava, Nima. So everybody should open up the videos. Still, there are people who are not on video. We can't see the picture for a snapshot.
Because I see most of them, are mute. So maybe, I don't know. I think we can have it now, Doctor.
Okay, yeah. So I've taken snapshots of people, even if they are not on video. Okay. So you can continue with the answer.
Yes, sir. So firstly, sir, with the survey, so in 2012, the compliance study was conducted on the basis of which it was declared smoke-free. The compliance study was revised in 2015, and the status was found as it was improved. It was above 90% in 2015, whereas in 2012 it was above 80%. So that is the scenario, sir. Secondly, as you said, that officials is a challenge, like sensitization of officials. So it has two ways to think. If we have sensitized one official, that official is sensitized for the life. If the person is district collector for Jhunjhunu, and if the person is shifted to Jaipur as a district collector, and if the person is sensitized, they will follow the same process in Jaipur also. That is the benefit of sensitizing the officials. Yeah, sometimes the sensitization doesn't work the way we want. Sometimes they are not enough motivated, or they are not agreeing with your vision of tobacco control. So these are challenges. These challenges do happen, but in majority cases, like I would say that happens only in 20% of cases. 80% of cases, officials are often motivated, and often motivated. They do get motivated, or they do cooperate with you if even they are not motivated enough. So I hope these are the two questions. These were the two questions, right?
That's true. And, 2015 and 2020, that. My question is that the latest compliance study or the latest survey done. That is the date I'm asking.
No, so last was done in 2015.
15.
After that, no compliance was done. But as we are working in the Jhunjhunu and we have the head office here, we can still see the compliance. Like the compliance is not a challenge now.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So, Doctor, we can ask the audience if there is any question. You are mute. Dr. Rakesh, you are mute, please.
So thank you, Jyoti. There is a question from Surbhi Priya. Can you please share any baseline data evidence to compare the aftermath of the campaign?
So
how
baseline
was it before the campaign? So do you think there was any difference between the prevalence, because we don't normally check prevalence in the compliance?
Yes. In compliance, firstly, we don't check the prevalence. Secondly, we often refer to the global adults tobacco survey, which is often done at the state wide. So it, like if an action is done at the district level also, there is always an impact at the state level. So I would say that in 2006-07, the GATS 1 came out and the prevalence was really high in Rajasthan. And then when the GATS 2 came out in 2016-17, it was reduced by the 14%. So, like not for by the 14%, the exact 14% was like, now it is 24.7%. Earlier it was around 38%. So there was a reduction, a very good reduction in the prevalence of tobacco use. So that is the base for all the people who are working in tobacco control, for knowing the prevalence or knowing any like about the status of action result of tobacco control as well as compliance of tobacco control laws.
Yeah.
That is global adult tobacco. Sir.
Yeah, you're all right. Actually, you're right on this issue. So, Surbhi, are you satisfied with the question? Because we just referred to the GATS surveys, that is Global Adult Tobacco Survey, and the last one was held in 2016. So it shows 14% reduced prevalence. That shows that the what implementation is being done and what efforts are being put in by government and by organization Jyoti Choudhary, that has worked actually. And the smoke-free laws, 90% of the smoke-free laws, or any aggregate of the public places, 90% was the compliance to the law. So I think that is good. So there's Jyoti, there's another question from Aniket. What are the major challenges to change the mindset to leave tobacco?
Okay. So Aniket, like what we see in tobacco control is there are phases for ensuring the tobacco control. Like there are people who are using tobacco, but there are still people who will initiate using tobacco in next 1 year or in couple of years. Okay. So there are two steps followed for tobacco control. Firstly, we need to protect the people who are not using tobacco from initiating the tobacco use or from exposure to the secondhand smoking. Okay, so mainly the smoke-free declaration or the implementation of the CODPA Act is mainly focused. The majority of its sections are mainly focused on protecting people who are not already using tobacco. Okay. Secondly, when you are talking about like changing the mindset of people to leave tobacco, so when you create awareness about ill effect of tobacco, it is like a simple brief advice, a basic advice for someone to leave tobacco. And WHO says that a basic suggestion to someone about leaving tobacco or introducing to the ill effect of tobacco reduces the prevalence of tobacco among the users by almost 30%. The people would opt for tobacco cessation, but there are few challenges because addiction is an issue. It needs a regular follow up. It needs a regular medication, a proper counseling. So the leaving tobacco and intent of leaving tobacco are two different things. The knowledge building among people generates a very high, like high number of intent of leaving, a high number in high number of people. It ensures that people are interested in leaving tobacco, although the infrastructure for leaving tobacco, for cessation of tobacco, is still a challenge. But awareness generation ensures a good knowledge among people about the ill effect of the tobacco.
Yeah. So actually, Jyoti wants to say that all the healthcare professionals or who are knowledgeable and who want people to quit, they should at least ask about the tobacco use, then advise to quit, and then refer to a specialist who is a tobacco cessation specialist, like Dr. Rakesh Gupta and Raj in Jaipur. There are many certified tobacco cessation specialists. You can refer such cases to them. And even with the brief advice, the asking and advice, the people, they leave tobacco actually. So this is what I think Jyoti meant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
along with that, sir, even if we are working on tobacco control, about the compliance of CODPA, about for Section 4 compliance, still it creates awareness and it creates an interest among the tobacco users to leave tobacco.
You're right. You're right. So Dr. Sanchika Gupta from Eco India, she's with us. So Dr. Sanchika, do you have any questions or any comment to make? So I think she's not able to listen. So anyone who has a question, query, or a comment to, yeah, Dr. Sanchika, do you have any comment to make on the presentation?
Yeah, thanks to Jyoti for this very nice presentation. I acknowledge all the efforts done by the organization that time. Yeah, just I was thinking that you said last study was done in 2015, and after that GATT survey came, I mean 2017. So it's a long time, I would say. And in 2019-21, NFHS 5 data has also come. Did you get a chance to look at it and compare your data as per? So was there any reduction in the tobacco users per se, and one more thing I just wanted to add that what are the interventional strategies taken on by the organization to sustain that level of that percentage that you've got in the past 5 years, and considering in the last 4 years were with Corona, and we have seen all the mental health problems or challenges that every individual had faced. So when we have seen a lot of uh, they have gone towards the addiction or different forms of addiction. So did you get anything on that? Would you like to share your thoughts on that? Thank you.
Jyoti, I think you, if it is readily available, you can quote the Global Youth Tobacco Survey data and the NFHS data both, because they are, it has been done in 1920. The GYTS data.
1920.
2020.
2019,
It was released in 2020, I think, or was conducted.
सर 19 में सबसे पहला डेटा कलेक्शन 2019 में हुआ था NFHS 5 का, 2020 में रुक गया था, then 2021 में फिर से डेटा कलेक्शन हुआ था, फिर से हुआ था, and then yes, and 21 में जो डेटा, अगर जो 22 में डेटा रिलीज हुआ भी था, that data would have come either from the 2019 or the 2021. So yes, like I would say a very good efforts from the organization. But if I look, it's a long period, and we have seen so many changes, so many catastrophic events have taken in form of pandemic. So this may have some effect, but it didn't had any effect on the entire population in the district. So that I wanted to understand. Did you have any chance to look into this?
Jyoti, readily कोई अगर available है आपके पास figures तो you can just mention them.
नहीं sir, we did go through the NFHS 5 data. We did go through the GYTS data, but we personally, we feel like, no, not personally, I would say the people working in tobacco control still feel that both NFHS, NFHS does not cover the all aspects of tobacco control as similar to the GATS, first thing. Secondly, GYTS has a very limited people who are responding, only the youth who is going to the school. So that is also not giving the picture of the true picture of the tobacco prevalence. So
Jyoti, पता क्या है? Because that is an old data. 2016 के बाद GATS 1.
Yes.
So still we can refer to GYTS and NFHS data. Maybe it is not complete.
Yes, sir.
But still we can quote it.
But
Punjab people, they are quoting NFHS data.
I completely agree, sir. We do quote it.
Google search करके आप ना देख लो क्या what was the decrease in the prevalence.
True, sir.
Okay. So any more questions, please, or any comments, any queries? They can just unmute themselves and then ask. So Arunji, then
yes, here Dr. Ashwini is speaking, sir.
Yeah.
The question is related to the CODPA Act as per the tobacco-free areas where there are institutions, and in front of the exact opposite to the institutions, we have seen many tobacco vendors who are selling. Is there any particular enforcement that has been other than the CODPA that some action has been put?
Do you mean the around the education institutes or any public places, other public
around places? Around the institutions like higher education institutions and all, we have seen many vendors, tobacco vendors.
In that case, it is violation of Section 6A, I think.
Yes, sir, it's violation, but whenever is been asked, there is no answer.
That is an implementation issue with the district level, at the district level, or in the sub-district level. So
yeah, is there any particular implementation law forced so that those vendors can be made or some guidelines to be given to them other than the Kotpa I'm asking, sir. Is there any other
Yes, Jyoti.
updates?
So there is a tobacco-free educational institution guideline, which is an extension of the COTPA Act. It follows the, like as sir said, it is section 6B of COTPA, which says that the sale of tobacco in the 100 yards of an educational institution is prohibited. And for elaborative version, you can refer to the Tobacco-Free Educational Institution Guideline 2019 by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India. So that is the one thing. Second, so these people could be like made compliant to act, and the enforcement officers could take actions and ensure that if the shop could stay there, but the sale of tobacco will be discontinued from that shop if this shop is in existence of 100 yards of that educational institution.
Yeah, Dr.
Thank
Ashwini,
you.
are you working in a medical college?
Yes, sir. I'm in the Department of Public Health, Associate Professor, and my
Where?
area of interest is tobacco. Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, Belagavi, Karnataka, sir.
Karnataka. So Karnataka is doing extremely well, actually.
Yes,
So
sir. It's doing well.
if you want, you can contact the district nodal officer, and he or she will do something about it. Or you can Mr.
Yes, yes.
Prabhakar is there in Karnataka, so you can contact
Okay.
him. And Jill
Oh.
Thomas, she's also available. So you just
Okay.
Google search, and then you can get the phone number out.
Sure, sir.
And another thing is there is a tobacco monitor app. You can just send picture of the violation to that app, and they'll ensure that something will happen. Some implementation.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank
So
you, sir.
any more queries or questions or comments? So otherwise we'll wind up. So Arunji, you can just propose a vote of thanks, and then we can wind up.
All right, thank you, Dr. Rakesh. So on behalf of the organizer, Sipher and the ECHO India, I propose a vote of thanks, expressing our gratitude to Speaker of the Day, Jyoti Choudhary ji, for making a very elaborate presentation about the work done by SRKPS. And I also extend my thanks to Mr. Rakesh Gupta.
A special thanks to Basil John also. He has been driving and still he has been attending the webinar.
Looks, I can see he's on the steering.
Yeah.
As well to Dr. Aruna Diaz, who always finds the time to be
She's
part
there.
of the webinar.
So Aruna, do you
Webinar.
have a comment to make? She may have before we wind up, she can give some comments. Aruna ji, I missed her actually. So I think she is not able to listen to us. So
maybe
we
she's
can
also mute.
Yeah.
And my special thanks to Dr. Sanchika. Maybe she would find some time to join at the later part of the webinar. Thank you, Dr. Sanchika. And I also express thanks to all the participants. We have at this moment, if you see 50 plus participants, so it looks there a lot of interest in the presentation made by Jyoti ji, because it's a very interesting subject. I mean, it's not an easy job to declare a city or a district and then maintain it as per the data given by her, that there was an improvement from 2012 to 2015, which is a great achievement. And I agree with her, and I appreciate that it's not. It's a challenge to sensitize the government officers for doing this. Everybody considers that this is not part of a duty, or they consider it a thankless job. But definitely it is in the interest of the public, it is in the interest of the country. So once again, thank you so much, Jyoti ji, and I also thank the organizers for organizing this event. So over to Dr. Rakesh for making any comments further before we wind up.
I will again then thank you, Jyoti, for the wonderful presentation. And it really goes to your credit that 50 plus people they joined for such a presentation, because it is of interest only to the people who are in tobacco control. So thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, bye. Thank you.